We are in Val di Sole on the Black Snake track. We have a lot of line in the middle and it's crazy, natural and wild.
And this is the only bike park section up top?
Yeah, just the top and a little bit the bottom. And after that is all natural.
Cool. How gnarly is it?
It's the gnarliest of the year, I think.
My shoulder is still super sore and it's the worst track of the year, but I'm excited to see how it goes and I'll try my best anyway. I think I'm gonna have to do really like maybe 5 runs or try to save the shoulder so it's gonna rest, and luckily I know the track, I've been there before, so I think it's not gonna be a problem to remember where I need to go, but just gonna have to open full gas for the final.
First wooded section here. I don't know what it's like to ride.
Last year it was pretty scary. Like you'd come off that fadeaway and it was just straight into here. So you were actually jumping off that rock, landing down here. And then trying to slow down for that next bit. So it's pretty wild.
So can you tell me how mental this top section is?
It's crazy, huh? They slow it down a bit, so I think it's cool because it was really gnarly the previous years. A bit more turns, a bit more slow, but yeah, it leaves a lot of choice to be creative, so it's pretty sick.
If you make a mistake up here...
Yeah, it's pretty tricky, a lot of roots on the rocks, so like a mistake is pretty easy. So for sure you don't want to do a mistake at the top, like to start to run.
There is plenty of rocks, plenty of roots, but they seem to be grippy right now. So we'll see with a bit of water on them.
Is it due to rain?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain. You don't know that.
Can you tell me what it was like here last year? It was super dusty and just...
Yeah, last year was super dusty. This section was brand new, so it's like now it's a bit gnarly and rough, but yeah, we'll see. So if rain is going to be really challenging.
This track has plenty of fruits and rocks, as always, so it's sketchy for the wheels and for the body, but it's not too bad to ride actually. You need to be really focused and know perfectly where you put your wheels, and either way don't go fast or you just struggle with the bad rhythm.
Yeah, it's definitely separates the men from the boys. You kind of get halfway down and your arms are blown up and you feel it, and the bottom's the steepest bit.
Tell me what it's like when it goes wrong here.
There's not a lot of nice stuff to fall on. We've got boulders and rocks, and they seem to like to bring in more boulders, which I don't understand why. I feel like we've got enough rocks on this track, but they keep bringing in more here and there, and yeah, if it goes wrong, you don't have much soft stuff to land on unless you go really far into the bushes.
For the last few years, starting pretty chill with the bike path section, but as soon as you drop in that long, steep thing, it's full on for 3 minutes, you know, and there's no brakes, and it's full of lines, full of possibilities, and full of and
look at this.
Like, it's hard for the body, you know, and I'm a bit scared because I like riding. I didn't ride much the last 2-3 months or more, you know. So in Léger was limit for the arm pump and all those things, so I'm a bit scared for here, but I'll try to hold on and ride well, but yeah, it's gonna be tough.
I really like Val di Sole. It's kind of reminds me just a very little bit of some of the stuff I ride at home with the roots and the rocks and the dirt, but every year it just seems to like lose more dirt and lose more dirt and lose more dirt, so it's like so much more stuff is exposed this year even than last year. So it's pretty crazy to come back year after year and see how hard this track actually gets.
I didn't ride it last year, but I'm telling you right now, if you stay here with your little camera, big camera, there'll be some...
This is a new section for World Champs last year, and it was a little bit wider last year. They've opened up the inside out a little bit, but it's kind of off camera and you kind of need to slow down quite a lot, so
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what forms. I think, you know, as always, it'll just be one line that formed and everyone will be on pretty much the same line. So, yeah, I think if some rain comes through, this will be pretty gnarly.
It's so rough. Every time here in this section, the bike is doing noise and it's quite fast.
How important is line choice here?
It's really important because it's easy to lose energy and easy to save energy, so the smoothest line, I think, is a good option to make a good run from top to bottom.
So Reece Wilson, you're back.
We're back. We are back. Yeah, it's been a long journey. Fort William was the last mountain bike race I done, so it's been a while. It's been a while, but I'm feeling good. Mind's fresh, body's fresh. I've done 3 days on a downhill bike in the last 11 weeks, so I'm not sure the hands are going to like this a whole lot, but I was ready to ride. I was riding at home anyway, so might as well come here and ride and see all the gang again and get a feel for World Cup racing again, because we've got June next year's the first World Cup. It's a long way away, so if I hadn't done a race between now and then, it would have been a bit of a shock to the system. So I'm just here for good times and smiles and a bit of bike setup, and yeah, ecstatic.
Yes, it's a gnarly section and it's already rough, even if it did not ride yet. So yeah, it's fast, straight, and big timing to gap the double you want to gap, and it's coming into another gnarly sections. So it's a long straight, really important to be precise on the braking and where you push. Yeah, probably the gnarliest part of the track, I reckon.
Yeah, this place is always the most intimidating venue of the circuit, I think. It's like, you're always coming fast and the harsh braking to drops. So like if you overcook it, you can really come across a... Fucking hell. You might nose case the next rock, or kind of, you got to be like a little reserved, but then really pick your places where you got to hammer it. So it's like, yeah, you're late braking, you're not overshooting, that kind of thing's pretty key here. But yeah, if you do overshoot, then you're normally in a pretty bad way.
You look back up, it's just rocks, roots, holes, pretty high speed. It's actually pretty impressive watching the riders come through because they sit on top of it all. It's crazy.
So line choice is really, really crucial here. You're just coming over like blind rises, and then you got a rock garden to decide where you're going to go. So, you know, you can just be millimeters apart, and it could go wrong pretty easily. So, yeah, being precise is key.
It looks rough, way rougher than last year for World Champs, so it's gonna be a tough one, especially with the rain. I never raced in the rain, so it's gonna be a bit scary. But yeah, just trying to see the lines and maybe try everything just in case it really rains. And yeah, it's gonna be hard for the arms, but ready.
It looks gnarly. Everything's like that much higher than last year, so all the roots, the dirt around them's gone, and they're sticking out more, and the rocks are squarer than ever. So it's going to be a gnarly one to finish the season on, but it should be fun. A lot of track to get your head around in a couple of days, but I'm looking forward to it.
The track is basically the same as last year with nothing touch, like just a little like different turns. So it's definitely f***ed up. It's like outback and rough. For the last one, I think everyone is gonna have to keep their head straight, because obviously we're gonna have to think about the lines and just stay on the bike. And obviously, if it rains, it's gonna be wild.
So, yeah, you enjoy riding here?
Not really, no. You enjoy crossing the line in one piece, and you bike in one piece, and it's like a feeling like satisfaction when you do it. When you have a good run, yeah. But like I said, the first few runs are really horrible, but then once you can pick your way down and get into a rhythm, it is good, yeah.
So you excited for practice?
I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, it should rain, so I'm not too excited, but I'm excited for this last race and for Val di Sole in general. So actually, last turns where you can really lose the race because you're tired and you're not committing enough. So it's pretty important to get them good. especially this last left-hander, the open one before the finish. Yeah, physical track.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most technical and like pure downhill World Cup tracks we've got. So it's an iconic track and it's a good one to finish the season.